Hi, my name is Joshua. I'm with Blue Phoenix Creative, and I was on Google and I put in construction companies in Plainville, Mass, and your website came up in position one, and so which is great, by the way. um, so when people come to your website, and given that you're in the first position on Google for that search term anyway, uh, I really do like the work that you've done. I basically what I want to do is I want to give you some free advice. You don't have to buy anything, but I want to kind of like show you how to get more customers with your website, because you are in that first position, and presumably, like, I haven't seen your analytics, but I would say you get a bit of traffic, and it would be better to convert more of that traffic. So I just want to kind of go over some things that I see. So the first thing I would recommend changing is this is very wide, but which is great, but it's not very tall. And I would use more of that vertical real estate to get your images across, and just to make it that much more visually appealing. And I'm going to be referring to another site which is in Norwood, that I saw yesterday, and I'm going to go over not just the visual aspects, but the communication aspects on this website. And I think it will make a lot of sense as we go. All right. So, yeah, like I said, full screen. You'll notice they kind of do that here, except for this, white triangle up here, which is actually strategic. Because when people click onto a website, they tend to notice. In this case, they're going to notice that background, right? They're going to notice the kitchen. It's a shock factor or wow factor. You have the cabinets with glass in them, the darker backsplash contrasting with the lighter cabinetry, and the marble countertops and all that. So people, look at that stuff, right? Like, it took me a few seconds to even explain it, and so that right there is good, because you want people to click on the website, see the imagery, and find it interesting enough to want to stop. And you want to break their pattern of, like, if they click into something, they're like, their question is this what I'm looking for? And when you have a visually stimulating image in the background, it helps to settle them, on your website for a little bit longer. And so in general, you have 3 to 7 seconds to capture people's attention, or they leave. And so this is known as bounce rate, when they click onto your website and then they leave. Google sees that. It can negatively impact your rankings, potentially. Um, but in terms of, what another thing they did really good here is they were conscious of, like, the eye flow. The image is obviously the biggest thing they're first going to look at, but then this is the next biggest thing on the screen, and their eye is just kind of naturally drawn up here. So it's almost like, here's what we do, and here's who we are. And so one, what we do; two, who we are. Then the eye comes down here to this uh, statement, which is actually really, really good marketing, because it says, discover an easier path to remarkable results. And remarkable results is highlighted in yellow, but it doesn't really tell you what the remarkable results are. And this is because it's an open-ended statement, right? So the user is on the website; they get to fill that information in themselves. Oh, we're looking for a bathroom. We're looking for an addition, whatever. And as they read that, they want remarkable results, but they've already connected that result with what they want. Okay, so it's painted the picture, but it's not told them, we will give you a remarkable results. Like that, that's almost like, it's very salesy, right? This just guides them into that thinking, right? So then from there, you might check the learn more. Your eye might look down there, but then I tend to say we go up here, schedule a call, and then kind of across here to see what that. Okay, and then they might go down here. And if there was any question about, like, well, what do we want? What do they do? Or they know what they want, but what do they do? What's this company do? This just gives them a very quick, there's not a paragraph for each one, that type of thing. Just a very quick, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to give them a very fast idea of what's being offered. And I'm going to come back to these, but then another good thing with the communication piece, the the marketing communication, is you have a lot of businesses that they're very good at communicating things with the sales team. Um, they are not always so good with doing that on the website. The website just seems to get used as a billboard, and it's really too bad, because the companies that actually turn their website into more of a pre-sales kind of buffer or qualifier, they go a lot further because they're already starting to establish that relationship. And you know, instead of like saying, well, we do this, that, which you should put that on there, and they definitely put that on there here. But you should probably be more focused on that partnership, right? You want to be the trusted advisor. Like the client is the hero in their own story, and your job is to come along with them and help them to get there. And I think you would agree with that statement. But communicating that on your website is very important. So I like what they did here. They said discover a partner you can trust. So they've positioned themselves as a partner, and then they've highlighted their end result, right, to bring your vision to life. And that's really sums up the relationship that they're looking for with their clients. So we understand that choosing the right home professional to build your dream space can be a daunting task. So it's this is really good because you have a lot of people who are first-time homeowners. They haven't done this type of thing before. They haven't called a contractor. They haven't done a renovation. There's no experience there, and they come onto the website and they're a little trepidatious. So the first thing is let us be your partner to or it didn't even say let us be. It says discover a partner. Okay, that's even more subtle. So we understand that choosing the right home professional to build your dream space can be a daunting task, and that says we get people like you all the time. We understand where you're at, and that's why you can trust us as your partner, right? You need the knowledge to make the best decisions for your home and feel secure in your partnership with your contractor. So they probably know this. You need to make the best decisions for your home, and feel secure in your partnership with your contractor, and that helps reinforce what they set up here. So they said, discover a partner you can trust. So they introduced the partner concept subtly. Then they gave them a reason why they need a partner, and then actually they gave them two reasons, sort of. And then because one, they might feel daunted, and then two, they need to make the best decisions. And then and feel secure in your partnership with your contractor, and then they help reinforce that. So then RWC will help you to navigate every step of the process to build a space that reflects who you are. And so again, now it's time again, like reinforcing that we'll help you be there. We'll be there for you to help you, and then the end result, right, to build build your dream house or the addition or whatever. And they kind of, if you read through this stuff, they do that down here also. They kind of reinforce those things and with the trust via the testimonials, and yeah. So this is a really good thing. I think that you could replicate some of that here. Get my taskbar off the screen here. All right. Well, I wanted to go. Yep. So all right. So like with your site, it's welcome to Romex Construction of Plainville, Massachusetts, and then it gives what you do, and I feel like that there's not much else obviously other than that, and I don't think that it really sets yourself up as that partner. I think that could be really beneficial because I think a lot of people, if they click onto your site and they click onto their site, for instance, this is going to sell more, and close that trepidatious feeling and provide more details without being like, we do this, we do that, and here's like all the different, here's like a paragraph on, on custom homes, and a paragraph on, architectural millwork, and a paragraph on basement. So it's like, it's not like they have to read a lot, but they're also, it's more about the relationship. Does that make sense? And I think like especially on your homepage, as you, or any landing pages, anything you're sending an ad to, I would go with that approach. And even on pages where you do talk a little bit more about your process, or a little bit more about like, kind of what you do in general, and why you're effective. And when you're talking more about yourself, I would still even weave that stuff in where you're focused on that relationship in your marketing communication. So, yeah, so I think just in terms of your homepage, just give you a fast idea of some of the things I would change. I think that's most of it. The other thing I would recommend and is a redesign of your logo. It's not too complex, but it is a little bit complex, especially with 3 different colors, and I think you could go a lot further with the brand identity if you were to redo that. So you could even do like you could do a full logo with like Romex Construction Incorporated, but you could do like RCI also, and then you could you definitely want like a an icon, and I think this mostly works well except for the line underneath. It works well in this logo. I'm just saying like overall, I think the logo could use a refresher, and I think using the trees with the house in a different way would be something that you could do to help. Like if you think about Nike, right? Like it's the swoosh. Like that. Like you don't have to see Nike. You just see the swoosh, and And there's a lot of companies like that are that icon becomes the brand, right? And you can just on some of your images and stuff, you could just put like the house with the trees, like and if you redo it to a way that it's like a white logo and it just kind of sits over top as like a watermark, and you can use your logo in places like that. So yeah, so I think there's room for improvement on that too, and I think people underestimate the power of branding, but branding really helps your company to stick in their mind, and so it impacts your marketing dollars in a sense that when they become familiar with you, they remember you easier, and I think that's um, everything in marketing is like one thing works with another thing, works with another thing, works with another thing, and you get congruency and momentum from that consistency of your brand, consistency of your messaging, and all that is geared towards bringing your customer to a place where you are the expert and they are the hero in their story, and you're guiding them to their destination. So that's pretty much my recommendations. And if you want to check us out, we're blue-phoenix.net here, and you can scroll down to the bottom. You can see kind of our process, strategy, branding, marketing, and web design. And it doesn't have to be in that order, although it does work best in that order, because if you are going to build a brand, you want to build it on your strategy. And if you want to, do marketing, you want to do that with a good brand that's built on strategy, and you want strategy for your marketing. And then you want your web design to communicate the branding and the marketing, which is based on the strategy, right? So there's that whole congruency again. Like you want that that good flow. So you can reach me at 857-209-4495. You can text or call. You can set a meeting with me here. Or you can email me at sales@blue-phoenix.net. And I hope to hear from you. But if not, this is a free gift to you, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.